Hey guys, welcome back to the 3C Detailing YouTube channel. I'm Rick. If you remember from last week, I did the exterior detail on the white TRX, and now I'm gonna walk you through the interior detail. This is gonna be a step-by-step, just like in last week's video, but for an interior. So pretty excited. If you're new here, please watch the video. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. And if you saw last week's video, thank you for coming back.
All right, Rick, I got updates. You want good news or bad news?
Just give me the news.
All right, you're off the detail. You no longer have to work on this frame. What you do need to do. All right, what you do need to do is get that Audi open.
Okay.
Clean the floorboard.
Okay.
AG everything, wipe it out.
All right.
You can. And then come in and get this done.
Okay.
Because I don't know when Teen's going to be back, but as soon as he gets back, he's going to want to install this.
Okay.
So I'm going to work on this till 1, and then when the Mini Coupe gets here, I'll just get on that.
All right, guys. We're going to change gears right here. Kind of an on-site moment. First things first. I'm going to extract that, but that's... I'm going to extract that first as a procedure before I clean that. But right now, I'm going to grab my keys, move some cars, and get that thing wide open. So let's see how it looks. Just to make sure I have enough room to maneuver. I'm not banging any doors. I actually think we might be good. Okay, great. Yeah, all right, plenty of room. So I think I'm gonna start by taking these panels, moving these somewhere. Probably gonna bring a blanket out, put those on the grass. And then we're gonna start by cleaning this floor. As far as this procedure goes, right now I'm just filling up the extractor with some water. This is the water that will go through it. I'll also add just probably no more than 200 milliliters of bioenzyme directly into the reservoir. That way it can heat up with the water, and when I shoot it into the carpet, it can penetrate deeper and just get a little bit more done. Alrighty, now that that is all filled up, I'm gonna add in some of our bioenzyme. Like I said, only about 200 milliliters for this entire reservoir. Alrighty, now I got the heater on in that. I'm just gonna let it heat up, get ready, and as soon as I'm done tornadoring, then I can begin drilling. Spray some water on there just to hydrate it again, and spread the bioenzyme. And then after that, we can just go straight to the extraction and then put it out in the sun. Like I said, just a quick bang through just to get most of the dust off. A lot of it will come out with the extraction. I'm mainly going for pet hair here. Here you go, Ryder. She's all yours. And that concludes that. So now I'm gonna go along, spray my bioenzyme. I can see right away, you can see I sprayed that spot. There's a little brown spot. You wanna visualize, obviously that's a passenger. These are the rear and this is a driver. So there's gonna be a little bit more wear, a little bit more dirt on the driver. The passenger is probably gonna be, well, would typically be the second worst, but in this case, it seems to be that. There's a lot of salt buildup. So that's gonna be more focused on as far as this goes. The driver isn't entirely too bad, just some casual dirt and grime and wear. Now I want to give this a decent coat of bioenzyme, only because bioenzymatic cleaner only works, not only works, but works best if it fully penetrates and surrounds whatever you're trying to break down. If it only gets onto the surface, it can have a little bit more trouble breaking things down. So you really want to, unfortunately, because we want this to be dry, it kind of sucks that we have to saturate it, but that's what I have to do with the bioenzyme. Now, this stuff is made to evaporate relatively quickly. We've never had a problem with it. So it's not like it's just water being directly pumped down into it. So that's a plus, that's a bonus. As well as it being a cleaning agent that's actively breaking down the odor. So getting a little low on the bio, gonna do a little refill. Now you could go as steep as 1 to 20 with this specific brand. I like to go between 1 and 5, 1 to 6 ratio myself. That's what I've experienced the best cleaning purposes in. It breaks things down nicely, but it's not doing overkill. So I'm just gonna put about 250, which is a good amount. You don't need to go that heavy on normal things. Since I'm trying to really get everything out in one shot, I'm gonna go a little bit heavier on the ratio, like I said. Fill this up. Try not to agitate it too much. Now, luckily, with something like this that's being used on carpet, it comes with knowing the chemicals that you're using, but something like this doesn't need to be measured like right down to the droplet. It's something that you can use effectively and quickly to remediate carpets and bio stains. So obviously, like I said, knowing what chemical you're using, having time using the chemical. I didn't go above, I swear. Ryder, remember when I told you the other day I filled it up to 700 and it overflowed on me? The same thing just happened. I don't know. That's odd. But it happened with the bioenzyme. And it wasn't bubbles. It was just straight liquid coming out. I really hope I wasn't holding it uneven. I may have done that.
That's because you're at 850, 100 milliliters more than that bottle.
It just hit me. We had like that much left in the bottle. That was a completely pointless conversation. We can cut that right out. All right, now we got bubbles coming out. Just gonna dump the rest of that in there. Like I said, something like carpets, you're not, you can definitely hurt carpets. I'm not saying you can't, but with the right materials or chemicals, such as this, you won't have a chance at damaging the carpet. You can just go and saturate it. Like I said, that's what it's meant to do. So we're gonna go back along. I'm gonna give this just a little respray. So I'm just saturating this area in particular. A lot of salt buildup. So I'm trying to break down as much of that as possible. Now, this carpet should come out as a near perfect factory finish once done, because the Audi A6 is a 2022, I believe, or a 23, either or. So it's only a few years old. So I've gotten much older carpet to immaculate condition with even less effort than what I'm doing right now. So I have no doubts that this will come out perfect or near perfect. So going to prime everything up, heater, pump, go right behind you. I'm gonna get this, and then just give everything leave a comment down below if you guys would like to see a full 20 to 30 minute rider YouTube video. If we get above 10 comments, maybe we'll convince them. All right, so put a little bit more bio on top. Set my drill speed to 1. I don't want to go super fast or else I'm going to fling everything. And just get to drilling. Now, I'm not using a super hard brush, nor am I using a lot of pressure. I just want to keep it steady. I'm just trying to agitate the bio and spread it and get it on every single fiber of the carpet. So I'm going to do one pass with the drill going clockwise, and then I'm going to do another pass counterclockwise to just change the orientation of the fabric and get everything coated just a bit better. All right, and that concludes the driver's side. Gonna go along, just do the same exact thing 4 more times. Spray in just a little bit more bioenzyme. Probably not like super needed to spray more bioenzyme. It's just more of a personal thing. With experience, you feel it's like soaping up a car, and you just want to soap it up a little bit more with the foam cannon. Just comes with experience. So. All right, guys, we're back. We did a little segue over on the Instagram at 3C Detailing. We filmed a little video extracting this, and we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. About 5 minutes ago, I sprayed some more bio and I drilled the carpet. So all we have to do now is go through with the extractor and pick everything up, blow everything out one last time, and then we can set it out in the sun and move on to wiping up some residue on the frame. Now, like I said before, this was a worse spot, so I'm kind of hoping that it's going to turn out good. I'm very confident that it will, but the only way to find out is to start extracting. I don't do straight lines like side by side, only because that's not really efficient. If you're wanting to get dirt out quickly, you're literally trying to flood water in there and pull it out. So the more water that's in there, the more rush, the more dirt, in my experience, comes out, and a lot quicker as well. So I just hold it open, get everything, and then once I feel comfortable with the section that I've done, I'm just gonna go along and just pull out. Pull out as much moisture as possible. I'll probably take, I don't know, 45 seconds doing this. Going back and forth. I might even hit it from a different angle. Not very good for your posture, at least the way that I'm doing it. I'm sure there are better ways, but I'm not a master when it comes to posture. Now, give it a feel. We can see already how well the fibers are laying down. So that signifies to me that nothing's gunked up, no dirt is in there, stiffening the fibers and keeping them held straight up. At this point, I have pulled out the dirt, I have broken down the dirt, or I've broken down the dirt and pulled out the dirt, and now the fibers can just lay in whatever orientation you put them. So I'm gonna go along and do the same thing. Now, from time to time, you'll see me spray and then hit, spray and then hit. That's only when I'm doing an area that has a lot of, very articulate parts. As far as extracting terms go, it's not as easy as doing this. So I'll spray and then get in here from all different angles quickly. Get that edge really good because that loves to hold dirt all around here. You'll see me go over each edge again. Spray. And that concludes this little 8x4 section. So go along. Now I still haven't gone over it without spraying water yet. So I'm gonna do these. Well time is your friend here. Now I'm gonna go along. I'm gonna start drying where I started spraying. That way everything has a relatively even dwell time. Not that it makes a whole lot of difference, but it just kind of makes everything a process. Now there's not really a way that I could splay this out great, so I just have to find the right angle to put this foot section because this is all stiff. I can't really articulate the way that I like to with the normal position. So to get all of this seam right here, I'm just going to do my best to manipulate the material as well as articulating my tool in the right way. And now that is a spot where not only two sides but a floor meet. That's a spot that I'm going to want to spray out with some sort of air tool, whether it be a Tornador, which unfortunately it was its last day for the black handheld. We got it from the Rag Company. Great product. We'll definitely buy another one, but it definitely got brought through the ringer. But back to that. I will spray it with some sort of air tool, get that water out, and then move on. Before, I was kind of, not carelessly, but I didn't mind maybe stepping on the edge of this. But now that it's extracted, I just want to splay it out a little bit. That way I have a little bit more maneuverability and I'm not stepping back onto what I already extracted. It's the same thing we would do in a car. We're going to try to just do everything one spot at a time and then within reason, and then move on from it and not get it dirty or not step on it or not, you know, contaminate it again. So I'm going to continue along here. This side that I'm hitting right now, it had some sort of maybe gum or crumbs or something that had stuck or adhered into the carpet. So that's why I'm hitting this spot again with the water, because I'm noticing a couple spots don't really want to dislodge. So as I'm hitting it, they're coming right out. No worry at all. I'm going to dry this up. I'm really trying to bring this carpet back to factory. So that's why I'm going along, doing an extremely thorough job at getting all of my product that I introduced completely out. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm looking at the clear head. It's not always like a determining factor of if you're getting everything out, but it definitely helps give you a visual of the dirt that's coming out. And if you hit a spot and out of nowhere a bunch of brown is coming out and you start smelling coffee grounds or coffee that's stale and been sitting, you know that you have to hit that spot a little more thoroughly, at least until the stain comes out and you stop seeing it through the head. So you look completely white the entire way through. So that signifies, at least a little bit, that there's no stain that's left. Alrighty guys, so that concludes our extraction. I'm gonna hit it with the air real quick in a few spots. And then I'm gonna bring out the brush. We're just gonna brush all the stripes out because if I don't, unfortunately, it'll stay in that position unless you re-extract it and get the fibers wet again. So I'm just gonna brush those out real quick. Then we can put it in the sun and move on to the interiority. Got my brushes. Gonna go along. Get all this material moving around. Now, this will get vacuumed again, obviously, since it's going to be sitting outside for a little bit. It will gather some dust on it. So we're going to have to vacuum it one more time. But the main mission of this extraction was to get out any contaminants that were causing smell, which I think I successfully did today. We will know in a few days when we go to put it back in the vehicle. And go from there. So far, we're looking pretty good. The only thing that's there is a little bit of dust that keeps kicking up, which it's not an extractions job to get the dust out. It's more to break down any breakdownable dirt and get that up out of the surface and stains. So we got all the stains out. That's what I was looking for. The stuff that was actually stuck came out and everything's loose now. So we should be able to hit it with a vacuum once it's dry and it'll be completely back to factory. Okay, now we're gonna walk this outside and let her dwell. Okay, as we can see, much better than before. Still not 100%, but we are about 95% there. We're out here with the Audi, the A6. As I said before, I'm going to set down a blanket before I begin. This is going to work in two ways, both as an area for the plastics that are loose in there, as well as my detailing cloths and tools. So just got some APC, detailing brush, foam, wheel pad, a jam rag, and a couple detailing interior rags. So if we look inside, we can see there's a whole lot of buildup right here. If we look at the floors, we can see there's a whole lot of buildup and residue from the water. That's all that white stuff you see along the entire body at the bottom. So our goal is to clean that up a little bit, get most of that material out, which we should be pretty successful in doing today. I'm gonna start by taking all of these out. And there we go. All that is out. Now, the trunk isn't a main concern as of right now. The trunk really didn't get affected too much. We also need to climb, I need to climb back there and manually open it. So for now, my biggest mission is to just clean the area where the carpets are going to be laid down, and just try to get that moving forward and completed. So I'm going to take the rest of these air purifiers out, or dehumidifiers. Grab some APC, detailing rag, my jam rag, and a brush. And I think I'm gonna start with this corner right over here. So I'm just gonna begin spraying some APC in a spot. I'm gonna agitate it and then see what happens. After I wipe, see what our result is. And if that works, we're gonna repeat the process throughout the entire floor. Okay, so it certainly took the top layer of dirt off, but not quite the result that I want. It's not as perfect as I'd like, so I'm gonna try agitating with this brush. Then I'm gonna go along and spray a little more APC and take this to it. Try to get in all those grooves a little better. All right, so this is a little closer to the result that I'm looking to get. I'd say I'm probably going to proceed, do this area at least, and then once I'm done with that, see how it looks, go from there, see if I need to go a little bit more in depth. If I need to, I might have to run an extension cord and bring out the steamer. The drawback with that is reintroducing a lot of moisture, and I cannot bring an air tool out here with me, unfortunately. So I kind of have to think cautiously when proceeding with this. So I'm going to do just that, spray it down with APC, see how far I could get, see if I can get a uniform desired result. If not, I'm going to test a couple more things, maybe some magic erasers, and see if that can get just a level above. And yeah, check back in a little bit. As we can see over here, we still have a puddle of water. So it looks like I'm gonna go and grab a couple of drying rags, a couple non-ideal, maybe retired rags, and just lay those down in any of these seams that have water still in them. So I'm gonna go grab some of those right now. So I'm gonna go along, put these rags down in. Oh my gosh. There's water everywhere. There's like channels everywhere, unfortunately, and holes that as soon as you push the water, it just moves to another area. So I'm just trying to get the main part of it, and hopefully with any luck, I can let it dwell for a little bit while I'm working on spraying everything down and cleaning it up, and hopefully it'll soak up the rest of that water. A little bit of tire and rim cleaner. I'm gonna agitate it, wipe it, see if that can cut my time as far as getting the grime down and off. How doing this is that none of this is going to be seen. So I'm just trying to purposefully clean all of this. That way it doesn't hold any odor. So as long as that job is complete, we are good. Now aesthetically, I cannot leave it still dirty. It's just a pet peeve. Okay, now I'd say comparatively to just the APC, this is a far cleaner surface. It's not perfect by any means. I can still see a good amount in between all those seams, but I would need to steam it to get all of that out. As far as getting the top surface off, that's good. Now around this corner, I don't know if you could see from there, but this I did not hit, so that's a good before, and then this is our result after. So with a little bit more, possibly a little more scrubbing, we can get this pretty dialed. So I'm pretty happy to see that result in that amount of time. I can, in my head, kind of guess how long this is going to take and how much effort I'm going to need to put in. So this is what detailing is about sometimes. Sometimes you have to spend 10 or 15 minutes trying a couple things and seeing what works and what doesn't work and what can speed up your process. If you're a detailer out there who maybe you're struggling and this one interior took you 7 hours, I'm sure you're good at detailing, but ultimately, if that's happening, you're doing something wrong. Even the worst of interiors, they only should take me 3 hours and 45 minutes top, and that's including extracting. So if you are having an issue doing that, I would recommend learning your chemicals a little better, getting used to experimenting with certain areas and seeing what works, and then ultimately using those skills to speed up your efficiency without having to rush. So this has been Rick extracting. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know we started off the video as an interior initially on a customer's car, but we have since switched to extracting the Audi A6 and cleaning this. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, and leave a like, and have a nice day. Rick out.